What's going on, guys? It's your boy Steve. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. If this is your first time, hanging out with me, what's going on? So today's video is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my experience tearing my ACL, going through the whole full recovery and being 100%, a couple years after the initial injury and surgery, and just kind of give you guys a walkthrough of what it's like and it's all that stuff. So it's kind of like a story time. And I understand if you guys, to those of you guys who are subscribed, if you guys don't really care, it's not that big of a deal. I'll continue posting about sports. Don't worry about it. This is just one video I've been kind of wanting to make because I know what it's like, guys. I tore my ACL. You're kind of a little scared, nervous, whatever. You just want to know what to expect, and you're scrolling through Google and YouTube, just trying to look for videos that can maybe help you out or give you a better idea of what it's like. So let me start from the very beginning. So there's 3 ways you can really get it. Cutting, like changing direction super fast. I guess it's more than 3 ways. Twisting, like a hard twist, like if you're pivoting. Coming down from an awkward jump, which is how I did it. Or the least popular way, I guess popular is kind of a weird way to put it, getting hit, like direct contact, like a helmet to your knee or something like that. But like I said, mine was coming down from a jump. So the exact story of how I tore my ACL was I'm playing basketball. We're on offense. Someone steals the ball from my teammate. It's like kind of like one of those, like you steal it and you're kind of all by yourself, got to run full court and go do the layup. I chased the guy down. I went up for the block. The guy was like literally twice my size. So of course he's barely jumping for a layup. I jumped as high as I could. I had a full monster, as high as I could go jump, whatever my short body can let me do. I got a block, but we both came down, and I came down on one leg. I guess the way to explain it is maybe like when wide receivers jump up and they have that one leg in the air and they're coming down on one leg. That was me, and not only did I come down on my one leg, but the big-ass dude came down on top of me also, so all of our weight combined onto my one leg. Snap! I went down. I thought I broke my leg because honestly, like I've heard of the word torn ACL before. This was like 3 years ago, just to let you guys know. But I've heard like torn ACL and like professional football and stuff, but I've never really like knew what it was. I don't know how to explain. I never really thought about like someone not in the NFL getting a torn or not in the NBA getting a torn ACL. So when I hear a crack and I'm in a lot of pain, I'm thinking I broke my leg, right? So I'm in a lot of pain. I get up and I can walk. I'm like, oh, word, it's not broken. I'm good. Like I can go. And then I sit back down. I'm still in excruciating pain. Of course, I can't play. I'm sitting down. I'm just in ridiculous amount of pain. But I was able to get up, and I was able to walk around. I shot around. I shot a couple 3-pointers and stuff, which is kind of shooting. And I was in a lot of pain, but I wasn't really scared anymore because I was able to walk around, and I knew my leg wasn't broken. So I was actually very happy. But the longer the night went on, the worse the pain got, and my knee started to get very swollen. I thought I sprained it maybe. I didn't know what happened. So I went to the doctors the next day. The doctor, this is actually what they do in the NFL and the NBA, right there in the court or in the field. They'll do, or actually on the sideline, they'll do this. It's called the Lockman test. Now, I might be butchering a couple of specifics, but pretty much the doctor did this to me right when I went to the office. He like grips under like the armpit of your knee, and he gets like a specific grip with like his underhands and thumbs, like under your knee and like his thumbs on top of your knee. And he like pulls it. He tries to pull your shin away from your knee, if that makes sense. So think about it. I wish I can give you guys an example. But he pretty much has his 2 thumbs on your kneecap, and then he pulls with his fingers locked underneath the armpit of your knee. And he wants to try to see if your shin will come forward from your knee. And the Lockman test is pretty much like 99% like it shows if you have a torn ACL. It's not an X-ray or MRI or anything like that, but the doctor did it, and he was like, dude, I would be stunned. I'll bet my degree that you tore your ACL. Like, it's that accurate, pretty much. They can tell right there, because apparently it's really obvious. If your ligament's intact, your shin won't come out too far when you pull it. And if your ligament's gone, your shin will move a pretty good amount. So he pretty much told me, dude, you tore your ACL, but we're still we have to give you an MRI. MRI, a couple days later, MRI comes back. Yeah, dude, you tore your ACL. You're going to need surgery. Now, here's kind of a misconception. I don't know, maybe some people who have already got the surgery, maybe theirs was different. But NFL and NBA players, they get the surgery like literally the next day. Me, I had to wait 3 months. It wasn't by my choice. I don't have no lousy healthcare or anything, but like it was just I had to wait 3 months to get a surgery. So you have these follow-up doctor's appointments, to meet with your surgeon, to go over the surgery and all that stuff. And they ask you, do you want a patella tendon or do you want a I'm gonna butcher this. If you guys just tore your ACL and you went to the doctors, you know what I'm talking about. It's either patella, which is like the bone or something in the front of your knee. That's not what I got. Or your hamstring. So what they do is they take a piece of your hamstring out and they use that as a ligament in your knee. They put some bolts that will fade away that will deteriorate into your knee. I'm not a doctor. This isn't really what the video is about, but I'm just kind of walking you guys through it. So I chose the hamstring because apparently my doctor told me that's what I should do. Maybe, I don't know, I'm a young guy. He told me it'll be the best option, so I'm gonna listen to my doctor. So that's what I did. The 3 months before my surgery kind of sucked because it's 3 months that you can't really do too much athletics, and I'm a very athletic. I like playing sports and stuff like that, and you really can't do much. You do find yourself your knee will catch. It's very weird. I worked at the time. I was working at a job where I worked with kids, and I'll shoot around and play basketball with them. Not running around, but you'll move the wrong way and your knee will just give out. You'll feel it. It's not right. It'll catch on you. They made me do a little bit of rehab before the surgery, which I found kind of odd, but they just want to make sure that you're not really overweight and your legs and your body's in good shape before you go under surgery. So I'll flash forward 3 months later, the hardest summer. It was the worst summer of my life. I was so excited about summer and then it's gone just like that. But yes, day of surgery, you come in, they do whatever, you get you in a Johnny. They go through some stuff with you and then they put you under anesthesia. They gave me a nerve block in my leg, which kind of hurt. I'm gonna be real with you guys. This whole shit hurts. I remember I was when I was looking for stuff, I was trying to find people to tell me that it's not gonna hurt. This is if you're a young man or a young woman, this is a time where you have to grow and kind of grow up and learn how to face stuff like a man or like a woman. You have to take it. It hurts. It sucks. It's not a fun thing. Tearing your ACL, getting surgery, it's not fun. But you have to go through it. So I'm going to keep it 100% with you guys. It doesn't feel good, bro. It hurts. The nerve block, personally, it hurt like a bitch. I felt it, but then they put me under anesthesia, and I woke up. I woke up in pain still, so they gave me more anesthesia when I woke up. Now, I know all surgeries aren't like this. I've had surgery before this, and this was a special case where my body actually rejected the anesthesia, so I was throwing up all day after the surgery. It was a nightmare, dude. I was throwing up after the surgery. I was throwing up any medications they would give me, so I had no painkillers in me. I was just throwing up everything, so I had to take it like a soldier, and it sucked. It was the worst 2 nights ever because I had no pain block whatsoever. If any medication, Percocets, anything they gave me, I would just throw it right up. My body was like, nah, bro, we can't take this. So it sucked, man, but I don't want to give you guys nightmares. I've had other surgeries, and I know many people who have had surgeries and ACL surgeries, and that did not happen to them. That's just a side effect that could happen with anyone on any surgery. It's not specific to ACL. It's just how your body reacts to surgery. All right, so after that first, I would say 36 hours of having surgery, I was fine. I wasn't vomiting anymore. So I was able to take medication, and the pain really went down a lot. That really helped. It helped me sleep. And then after those first couple of days, pain isn't really a thing anymore. And honestly, I would assume that if your body doesn't reject the medication, then pain really won't be too bad. Of course, waking up from it's a very violent surgery. It is. You can look it up if you want to. I advise not to. I looked it up before I got my surgery, and bad idea. I wouldn't look up what ACL surgery is, but you can find it on YouTube. It's a very violent surgery, actually. But I would assume if your body isn't that's probably a rare case. If your body isn't ejecting medication, you'll probably wake up in no pain at all. Because that's what they told me. They told me I'd wake up in no pain. So I would assume it's not too bad. It's not too bad, guys. The worst part of everything, and this isn't any surgery that takes a while to heal. The worst part of the ACL surgery is just the time it takes for you to be able to walk again. I'm such an anxious person, and it was summertime. So I just wanted to be healed and walk again and be able to hang out with everyone and go have a good time and play sports. But it's a long time, man. It takes a while for you to be able to walk again. Now, I understand that there's different methods to, I guess, the recovery process, and that is entirely not up to you. It's entirely up to your surgeon, your doctors, and your rehab specialists. The way that I've gone through it, and everyone that I personally know who's torn the ACL has gone through it, is I woke up and I was in this stiff, very complex looking cast. And I've seen that cast a lot because I cover a lot of high school sports in my area, and I see a lot of people wearing that. So at least in my area, the Southeast, the Boston area, this is the most popular way to recover from ACL. You're in a stiff cast, and for the first 2 weeks, you are just in that stiff cast, and that's it. You ain't moving, nothing like that. Your knee is locked straight forward. No bend at all to your knee. You are in that cast. That is it. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to be, stuck to your bed and couch for the next 2 weeks. I got myself a wheelchair where my leg was able to go out so I can go on walks. People probably thought I was like a freaking crippled, sick young man. But it is what it is, dog. I need you to get out of the house. That was the worst part out of the whole thing, which is being cooped up in my house. So everyone takes that differently. I guess I'm a little bitch about it. So that's definitely worse than any of the pain that you face, in my opinion. But after that first 2 weeks, dog, like you start to get used to it. And then you start about 2.5, 3 weeks after your surgery, that's when you really start your physical therapy. And physical therapy, for me, it starts off slow, man. It's kind of like you go in and you're not doing any exercising, obviously. But you do, like, they try to move your leg a little bit. And the reason why the cast is so complex is these metal bars with like these joints on them that have degrees, like measurement degrees, like angles. And part of the recovery process after that first 2 weeks of you being in a stiff cast is they're gonna give you a little bit of freedom in that cast, so you can move it. They're gonna tell you to move it. And in physical therapy, my chick was crazy, bro. Like she'd be bending my knee around and stuff, not fully, but she'd be moving it, man. Like she's gonna move you past. She moved me past my comfort zone, and that's just part of rehab, After the first week or two of moving your knee a little bit from it being so stiff, it kind of like, you start to get a little bit more. Like every day you're going to be moving your leg a little bit. And at first it was really hard for me to get any movement at all. You start to break through and you work it out, man. Then eventually you can get a sitting position where your legs are in a 90-degree angle. And that's when you're doing really good. And then honestly, man, once you can get your leg into 90-degree angles and stuff like that, then they start working you out. They have you walking with poles. They tell you to go home and use your crutches as strong guides, but kind of try to walk. And they start working you out and they progress you up until you can do a light jog and you can walk upstairs and do all that stuff and do squats and all that. After I was able to bend my knee 90 degrees, it was about a month of rehab, like going 2-3 times a week, working out every day at my house, though. Obviously not working this whole time, so you have all day to practice, do exercises, stretches and stuff like that. So I would say after surgery, it's like 6 weeks until you're pretty good and you can walk around like the mall comfortably, you know what I mean, without crutches and nothing. A solid 6 weeks until you can walk around. And then from there, obviously you're not going to be playing those sports. You're not going to be cutting or anything like that. It's about, 6 months to a year until you're really comfortable to move around agilely. Agile, is that even a word? Until you can really move around, man. It's just a very slow process, and it's more your brain. Your brain's connected everywhere with your body. I mean, your body, your body, so you know what you can do and what you can't do. It's a slow progression, man. There's a reason why, it takes a while for professional athletes to come back, and not all of us are professional athletes, so it's going to take us a little bit longer than it takes Adrian Peterson to be back and ready to go. But if I have one piece of advice for people that tore the ACL, be patient, bro. This shit ain't gonna happen overnight. You're not gonna be fixed overnight. You have to be patient. You really do, man. I was driving myself crazy because I just wanted to walk. I wanted to enjoy my summer. I wanted to play sports. Bro, be patient. You're gonna be fine. Just dude, you're gonna be all right. You're good. Just take it one day at a time, 1 minute at a time. Just relax. Breathe, chill. It's gonna suck because you want to do stuff, but just be very patient. And that's my number one piece of advice, man. Be patient. You're gonna be all right. Now I'm 3 years out of surgery. I'm fine, dude. After a year, you're fine, dude. You can play football, basketball. You can do whatever you want to do. You can squat up 400 pounds. You can do whatever. Your knee's fine. The only time I'll ever feel anything is maybe a long ass car ride where I haven't really moved my legs. They're kind of been cooped up in a car, and you get out and you just got to stretch it a little bit. It's not that it hurts or anything. It's just a little stiff. You got to stretch it. That's about it, dude. Other than that, you're tip top Magoo, ready to go. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you guys have any questions about anything, I know how it is, bro. Y'all curious? You got a million questions? Hit me up. Instagram, Steven Richard YT, or if you just want to comment in the comment section, do what you got to do. And if you guys enjoyed the video, if this video was helpful, I'd appreciate if you guys click the subscribe button, show you boys some love. And maybe if I get enough requests on a specific topic on ACL recovery or surgery, I'll do more videos on it if you guys want me to. So hope you guys, anyone who's watching this and has a torn ACL or is recovering from surgery, y'all good. Just be patient. It is what it is. Shit happens. Face it like a man. Face it like a woman. You got this. Soldier it out. Peace.